establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, for the current players, and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these pads, amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow, standing here I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers pads. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with watt, and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats, amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow, standing here I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers pads. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with watt, and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats, amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow, standing here I feel like padding up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers pads. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with watt, and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S ton bats back in action just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted.
Starting things off with the boundary. Semi-final number 2. Spark Cricket taking on Hosur. They won the toss and they have decided to bat first with Gauri Satya and Abhish Jamshi were the openers. Gauri had given a spectacular start even in yesterday's game, and this team, being the unbeaten side in the tournament, have shown why they've been one of the top sides to be out there. Strong shouts out to the pads that's missing down the leg. Yashika Ramesh with the ball. Typically, Spark Cricket Foundation have known for batting first. They won 6 out of 6 in the league phases, among which 5 matches are coming by batting first. That set a standard for their own style of cricket, where they could score a lot of runs in the first innings so that they could add a bit of pressure on the second innings. They've used Srinidhi to open the innings yesterday, but today it's Jabishi who's getting off the mark straight away with that single, leading run scorer of the tournament, Srinidhi SG from Spark Cricket Foundation. It's quite good, and a control good come back from Yashika Ramesh. It's been 5 runs so far as Abhish Jabishi is trying to keep things under control. That's been kept on left, starting off with a wide delivery, as the semi-final one went on to be an interesting battle between Nellai and Cochin Bayan, where both the sides had solid opening stand. That shows the kind of batting display that they've shown today. Chasing on a target of 160 plus. Nellai also have scored 130 plus. So it's pretty important yourself to set yourself in longer innings especially with the top order batters, have to play longer innings by building up the partnerships. And that's why the key victories of this tournament have happened so far. Whereas Hosur Institute have also had a wonderful journey. They are the table toppers of Group A, losing only one game among 6 games they have played in this tournament, giving themselves a solid foundation to play on. They've been participants of previous years' Iron Lady tournament too. They've been promoted up to quarterfinals. Now they are playing the semi-finals. That's pretty tough call from the on-field umpire, giving that a legal one. With one more to complete this over, Sparks Cricket Foundation with Abrish Jabishi. Yet to get off the mark. The dot ball to endure that 7 for no loss after 1. Aishwarya Kaushika, the new bowler. Straight away going on with the spinners to bring up some revolution to the ball. Typical left-arm spinners deal, as we've seen spinners doing more magics right from quarter-final stages. Especially in this track, it stays still fresh for the batters if they try to play longer innings. Not suitable for the new batters, but once you take your own time to understand the conditions, you could access this well. Similarly, while facing the spinners at any point of time, either it may be in the new ball or in the death overs, it is going to add upon a pressure with the kind of spin that you're going to do. Strong shouts. Going on top of the stump, says the on-field umpire. But this is quite good under control as Aishwarya is trying to invade the stumps. And it's slightly building up the pressure for Abish Jabushi, where she's still finding it hard to rotate the strike. The first run is difficult for many batters. Once they got through that rhythm, they could take things under control. Good shot this time. That's been a tossed up delivery. Tried to play it through the covers. As all the fielders on the offside are standing inside the 30-yard circle, mid off extra covers, point, and short third woman. Only one fielder standing at the deep mid wicket, mid on inside the circle, and short fine leg. But still, it seems like a two-way approach here from Aishwarya Kaushik, where she's trying to attack the stumps. As being a left-arm spinner, it's typical for the batters access to these conditions where the protections are completely covered on the offside. Seven dot balls here for Abish Jabishi. Just that one run so that they could explode more, they could prove themselves out. It will start building up the pressure, that nervous, and the pressure on scoring that first run. swept it away at the corner region where the fielder chases down the ball. Beautiful shot that Hardwin gets the boundary and gets off the mark with that boundary. Abish Jakishi waited for the right ball to play, and that's been Goodland delivery onto the stump line. Not a punishable one, but she positioned herself well by stretching herself, and the placement was perfect. Boundary to end the over. That's 13 for no loss. Thirteen for no loss. Continues out the bowl. Sparks Cricket Foundation 13 for no loss. Aishwarya Kaushik. Vaidehi Yadav, the new bowler, trying on with two spinners attack from both the ends, covering the complete offside with protections with deep mid wickets on. Will be interesting battle to watch out for with the way how the batters are coping up with that. Abish Jabishi back on strike. The one thing that's been impressive right from the yesterday's game is there have been a lot of spinners into the attack, and there have been a lot of sweep shots being played. Wrong shouts. This is going to add upon a lot to the batters if they know how to play the sweep shot, especially if they are from this region of the country. It's Tamil Nadu. Strong appeal from the wicketkeeper. She's not getting convinced. Continuing with what we're speaking about. The sweep shot matters a lot when you play geographically in this region of the country, where hot and humid conditions builds up a lot of cracks that advantages spinners friendly conditions. If you know how to play sweep shots, if you could be able to position yourself well for the sweep shots, you can answer a lot better against spinners. And footwork matters a lot, stepping out and reaching the length of the ball. That we've seen regular interval of time. Starting pushing the batters under pressure. A couple of dot balls in this over as Abish Jabishi is taking her own time. 11 balls, 1 boundary. 10 dot balls on her name. But never a problem as long as you build up the partnership along with your partner. You can make it up at any point of time. Trying to go over the mid-off fielder. And she was pretty successful with that, but the timing wasn't that satisfying. We'll be getting a couple of runs on the board. I think this is slightly building up a lot of pressure on Abish Jabishi that she is facing a lot of dot balls. That creates a moment where a point where the batter will try to attack. Dot ball 10 to that's 17 for no loss. It's high in the air. Good stop from the fielder. Will be just a single. Speaking about taking time in the crease, setting yourself harder, and then going for big shots is something that will work well in these conditions. There was this innings of KL Rahul against Chennai Super Kings in Delhi, where the conditions are suiting the spinners. He took his own time, waited for the loose deliveries to be pulled and punished them. That's the kind of patience one batter must have before making up any decisions in these kind of conditions. It's not that kind of wicket where a batter comes in and straight away goes for big shots. So it is okay to face a couple of dot balls as long as you could make it up with the quality stroke makings without getting carried away emotionally. But in Jabishi's case, she's having good stroke makings, but those continuous dot balls are adding them a lot of pressure on her. The only option she should have is, rather than going on for a dot ball, she could start getting some singles here and there so that she could make up things going forward. Pierce is between the fielders as the 2-point fielder chases down the ball, but that eventually reaches out the boundary ropes. Excellent stroke making onto the back foot. She's a player to say a lot of things. She's having a lot of statements to say. Abhish Jabishi. All she needs is that patience. When things are not going, just hang in there. Don't go for some shots that would end up your story. If you hang in there, you'll get good balls to be punished. Here's the call. On the other hand, we're having Gauri Satya, who played a spectacular knock yesterday. Built a good partnership. Always on strike. Glides it away through the final region. Pulls the call from the batters. They're running back for the second run. But interesting running between the wickets, as that's 25 for no loss. That's off at the dot ball, 25 for no loss. Continues out to bowl Vaidehi Yadav. Swept it away as the placement looks out to be perfect. It will be just a single. This is another 4 overs. Today we didn't have a single wicket falling in the power play. In semi-final one, both the power plays went on to be wicketless. And now, as of now, 4.2 overs with 0 wickets. So this big stage gives big momentum to all the batters. All the teams are well prepared to face these big stages. But I'm not sure what happens to the bowling unit. Does every team have batting unit that performs well? They've identified their openers properly, especially with this team, Sparks Cricket Foundation. They've never lost a game, as all the aspects of the game is working well for them. And they know what needs to be done. Yesterday they have scored 143 and won the match comfortably. So that's the brand of cricket they would be expected to play. Sweeps it away as no women standing in that position. The ball will run and travel and roll down over the boundary ropes. Good stroke making from Gauri Satya. She will start making a lot more like this once she gets into the rhythm. It's 30 runs partnership of just 29 balls. And mid-on and mid-off are inside the circle. Good option if she tries to go over the bowlers. And there are only 3 fielders on the onside inside the 30-yard circle. Another attempt for the sweep shot. Couldn't get much control over that. It will be just a single 10 the over. She'll be taking the strike back for the next over. 5 overs completed, 31 for no loss. Trying to play it across. Couldn't get the elevation that she's looking for. Yashika Ramesh. Starting off with a couple of dot balls over there, Yashika Ramesh. High in the air over the covers fielder. As 3 fielders converging together, only to see that going past the boundary ropes. Excellent stroke making. Just waited for the right ball to punish on. Now Gauri Satya is taking things under control. So far no wickets have fallen in the power play. Swing and a miss. Couldn't get the connection that she's looking for. Yashika Ramesh. Couple of dot balls in this over. That one delivery that went on to be a boundary. Apart from that, everything was in good control. And when it comes to Gauri Satya, she'll just wait for the right deliveries to punish. That needs to be kept in control. With 1 to complete the power play, if this went on to be something that's not a wicket delivery, it's 3rd power play that went wicketless today. That will go. Okay. Thank you. Really cool, thank you. Through the covers, no chance of that going for a single. Dot ball to end the over. That's 35 for Nolas after power play.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, single-S is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of single-S bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single-S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about.
Wonderful when you're out there, actually could see the water bodies covering the ground. Just pushing things under control. Spectacular venue to watch the game of cricket. I could see at this distance there have been a lot of ducks. Heading back to this game, Abhish Jabishi and Gauri Satya somehow managed to stay wicketless in the power play. Now Hindustani, the new bowler, came in and straight away concedes a boundary, tried hard, chased the ball but couldn't stop that going to the boundary. Good start to the post power play straight after the hydration break. Miscommunication as an arm-striker came forward. No chance of that being a wicket. Having good control over that, Gauri Satya wanted that single. She was a little desperate. .39 for no loss continues out to bat Abhish Jabishi and Gauri Satya. Sweeps it away another time. This is not the first time we are watching it. She's playing the sweep shot, and the beauty on it, she's holding the placement that she's looking for. She could be able to play it at the square leg, she could be able to play it at the cow corner. Not an easy one for any batters. It's 40 for no loss. The reason why you have to stay longer innings to build good innings is These spinners are bowling slow and low, good flight to deliveries. So this will be a lot of pressure for the batters to handle it well and start scoring runs, especially to pick the gap and score runs over there. That's high in the air as the fielder chases down the ball. Good catch, that's taken. Hope she's okay. That's a flighted up delivery as Gauri Satya wanted to go over the mid-off fielder but couldn't get the elevation that she was looking for, and straight away that wasn't an easy one to take. He reverse paddled and never took away her eyes from the ball, and good catch taken. 40 for 1, Gauri Satya walks back to the pavilion. Maitra, the new batter in at number 3. Straight away onto the stumps, flighting the ball well, Hindustri. Single to end the over, that's 41 for 1. Umar Kashvi, the new bowler. And play straight away, the ball's flying off. As Mahintra came in, rotated the strike but couldn't consolidate the innings full. As one brought in two here for the Hosur team. 41 for 2 it is. Sparks Cricket Foundation. Good start from Umar Kashmi. As Ronin Radhika, the new batter, in at number 4. The Sparks Cricket Foundation has to carry on a lot of responsibilities along with Abhish Jabashi, as this partnership is going to be crucial for them. Couldn't get much control over the Ronin Radhika, taking her own time. That's what matters a lot, is they have to carry on with until the 15th over, as these middle overs are going to be challenging phase for them, but they have to keep up wickets and try scoring some runs on the board. What comes as a priority is the wicket column. They shouldn't lose much wickets in the middle over so that they could get into the death overs with a lot of batters inside. That creates an environment where they could score more runs at the last 5 overs. Couple of dot balls here for Ronin Radhika. Trying to go for the big shot. Couldn't clear the fielders. Will be just a single. She'll be getting off the mark with that single. 8 overs completed. 42 for 2. Sparks Cricket Foundation. And this time it's taken, as that soft dismissal just reaches the mid-on fielder's hands. The intention was to go over the mid-on fielder, but couldn't get the connection that she was looking for. Unfortunately, Ronin Radhika has to depart. That's 42 for 3. Sukantistri, the new batter in at number 5. Squeezes through the covers into the back foot as it goes past the fielders, and it eventually reaches the boundary ropes. Boundary to start the innings. Good start from Sukantistri. I think that's the kind of intent that they've been expecting for a very long time. Once the partnership built in from the power play, a couple of wickets straight away have fallen. 1 after 2, 2 after 3. Now they all need is a good partnership in the middle over where they could fetch up a proper foundation for a good completion. Waiting for the ball to come on. Trying to play it into the back foot. Good footwork here from Sukantistri. And there have been a holding upon bit in the air. As Hindustri is bowling as slow as possible, you can't just go over fielders hit that easily. As you could clearly see that it's slow and flighted delivers. That's why Sukantistri is going as back as possible. This is quite good under control. Whereas with the previous dismissal, it felt like it was coming closer to the batter, but it was slightly away from the batter's pitching. Couldn't reach the length of the ball and couldn't cover it well to go over the mid-on fielder. Should spend some time for sure, new batters. It's not going to be an easy battle for them. Another one through the covers. That's the scorecard here, 47 for 4 after 9 overs. Wickets after wickets have been fallen post power play. Now the only hopes will be on Jabchi, who was the set batter. Must be keeping up the momentum going forward. They have to go past some decent total. 130s would be pass score to fight on in the second innings. For that, they need good partnership to be built in. Now, Utisha, the new batter, and at number 6 for Sparks Cricket Foundation. That's the way how we've seen the wickets kept on falling. It was 40 for 0 at some point of time, 47 for 4. Now it is. In just 2.1 overs, they lost 4 wickets, which is perfect collapse for a middle overs.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys.
Continues up to ball Umakashri. Starting off with a cheeky single, Utisha gets up the mark with that single. 7 for 4, the best bowling Umakashri. 54 times she've taken 3 wickets. That's such a solid numbers to handle upon with the middle overs. In fact, this is the first ball to Utisha. As she's trying to bring a lot of revolutions with the ball, Umakashri. Hope she's okay. What are you aiming for? What's the pass score we've targeted initially? Now with this situation, where could we end up with? And that could blend for a good partnership. Strong shouts again, that's going away from the stumps. That's quite interesting to watch out for. A couple of appeals over there as the wicketkeeper was interesting dramas in the middle. She's safe it seems. Utisha 0 of 4 deliveries, yet struggling to get that first run. Speaking about the intentions of the batters, now with this kind of situation, sometimes the coaches will also be guiding themselves, but at the same time, they should speak to themselves on what needs to be done. So we are aiming to go here. For that, we have to do this for next 4 to 5 overs. For instance, if we are aiming to go for something around 130 or 140, that needs another 85 runs, almost. So let's go some 30 for the next 5. And then we could manage 40 or 50 in the last 5. Their understanding must be there between the batters. Gets up the mark with that single Utisha. That's 49 for 4 after 10. Anvesha, the new bowler. Leggy starting off with a quick and flat delivery. The next 5 overs are going to be crucial for them, where they shouldn't lose even one wicket, and they have to start rotating the strike one after the other, so that brings a blend of good partnership between them. They'll start understanding the priorities of the side. And looking at these conditions, spinners are having most prominence throughout the innings, so the next 10 overs will mostly be with the spinners coming on and attacking the batters. That's 50 up here for the Sparks Cricket Foundation. 50 for 4. Just cheeky, want to go for the single. Good running between the wickets, as he's trying to keep up the momentum. And also Anvesha being a new bowler, this situation must be a tough situation for Sparks Cricket Foundation, but at the same time, the bowler into the crease is also new to the field, so they can try probably attacking such new bowlers, leaving the set bowlers to go with the same rhythm. You can't set all the bowlers well. Even the new bowler will get comfortable if dot balls being played continuously. So try focusing on attacking such new bowlers so that they could come forward and getting the run rates improved. Tossed up delivery, couldn't control it through the covers. Jabishi, her pace have been slowed down once the wicket started falling. All she have to do is to stay in the non-strikers end and watch all the dramas happening. But now finally found some gap, and this is not the first time. We're watching this third time happening over there. Good stop from the fielder, saving 2 runs for her side. Overall, it's been a good cricket all round. The shot selection, the fielding, everything is in good control. It's 20 of 26, Abhish Jabishi. She have to play a lot more. Now the 20-30 balls she have to play, so that the innings might eventually get more positivity. Strong shouts from Anvita. That ball to end the over. That's 54 for 4.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine.
It's 54 for 4. Last 9 overs. As they're pushing it hard to get that single over there. Hindustri bowling from the open end. The projected score shows 99. They are the side with potential of defending any totals, but 120 or 130 would be par for them to fight on in the second innings, since this is being a semi-final. Strong shouts. Couldn't get the elevation that she is looking for. Abhish Jabishi is trying to take on the spinners by stretching herself down. Goat. Wanna watch the cricket match or to be featured on YouTube. It clearly shows the signs that she's trying some googlies over there. Been understood well and swept by Odisha. One or two big overs, one or two boundaries here and there might push the bowlers under pressure, push themselves into the back foot. So far, continuous falling off wicket by boosting up the bowlers well. Even the new bowlers are coming up with a similar kind of confidence that two of them are under pressure. Though Chebishi is said that she couldn't take much of risk at this point of time. This adds a bit of confidence to the Hosur lineup. Another one flighted over there. There have been a bit of bottom hand domination over there from Odisha. As you could clearly see, she's leading up the batting with top hand, but while finishing, eventually the bottom hand is dominating. It may be a good sign or bad sign, but when it comes to death over, she could be able to hit more boundaries well. Dot ball to end the over, just 4 runs coming off the door, 58 for 4.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the
This is completely contrasting performance for them comparing to the previous day's game. This is because of that one big change where they've been missing the leading run scorer of the tournament, who's a prime batter who opened the innings along with Gauri yesterday. Seems like she is unavailable today. That's one of those reasons why it's been haunting them with the kind of performance that they're making. Even we spoke a lot about the importance of creating an even space for all the cricketers, because if a team starts adapting to a single cricketer's performances, if that particular cricketer fails in a big stage, things will go out of their hands. Srinidhi SG, leading run scorer of this tournament, has a century on her name. Century 80 or 37 in the quarterfinals. She's not there today. This has been a regular story that some batters will bat well throughout the tournament, but when it comes to big stages, things will go out of their control. But this is not that case. It's unavailability of Srinidhi, it seems. So what happens is the entire team would practice in a way that this batter will regularly score and they'll be revolving around this particular batter. But now, with the absence of this batter, or in some cases with this batter failing in big stages, the entire unit will look clueless on what needs to be done, or any of the batter should take up the responsibility to go for big numbers. Some 50-60 runs from a single batter, and the rest of the batters batting around that one batter will clearly work out. Good work behind the stumps, but was not given out by the final umpire. So they have to keep up in mind that this is semi-final, big stage. Even with the absence of Srinidhi, what matters a lot is any one of these batters should try scoring more. Seems like Jabishi is having that space, but she could stay in the crease till the 20th over. She could start scoring runs once the 14th or 15th over gets completed. A 60-70 runs from her, Jabishi will change the entire context of the game. Nitya, the new bowler, continues out to bowl. Couple of dot balls over there. Odisha is taking her own time in the crease. I think this is quite healthier at this point of time. The batter should face more deliveries. They shouldn't fear out of strike rate at this point of time. They all are having the caliber to cope up with the run rate at any point of time. All they need is good wickets until the 20th over. They'll be having one or two so-called batting lineup in the dugout. So these two batters should play a lot more delivery, set themselves out, watch the ball win and adapt to the situations. If all these things will happen, the day will be theirs, they'll start performing. Thickish outside edge that finds a short third woman. Will just be a single. I think Nitya must be very careful with such lines. If she wants to bowl way outside the off stump, she can place the short third man into the boundary ropes. If the batter tries to go for the big shots, if the batter just swings the bat, the thickish outside edge will easily go past the short third woman. She's continuously bowling onto the same line. She's trying to bowl almost near the wide line. Sometimes it's going out of her control. Third wide in this over. But Nitya seems to be a little frustrated. The ball is not landing exactly where she wants to be. But I'll say that short third woman should be kept at the boundary ropes. That region might be impacted once the batter starts swinging the bat. Another one that goes out of control. Nitya must speak with any of those cricketers. I should try bowling round the wicket. Any change or break is important at this point of time when things were not going in your way. That doesn't mean you're having bad career or bad game. It's just a bad over sometimes. As this is quite good under control. As that bottom hand domination is still there over there. Just 1 or 2 overs from here. From there on, both the batters can try showing some intent in the middle. As intent matters a lot in these kind of games. As the final field adjustments were going on. That's high in the air. Fielders converging together. That's been landing between the mid-on and mid-off fielders. Will be just a single. I still say it's too early to play against bowlers like Nitya. When a new bowler comes in, we have to attack, but at the same time, we have to read them perfectly. We may not be sure on what's their tricks, what's their key bowling attack. "65 for 4 with 1 to end the over. "66 for 4 after 13. And Visha continues back into the attack. "66 for 4 it is after 13 overs. If they go with the same run rate, it would be 1 or 2 the projected score. They should try carrying on with a lot more intent. But that is going to be the important sign for them to keep things under control. Swept it away. Good connection as it travels and reaches the fielder's hands. Couldn't go for the second run. It was just a single, but she's still looking solid with those sweep shots. Jabishi, very good at playing the spinners. A wristy stroke over there. Just rotating the strike to get some single. Sparks Cricket Foundation trying to contain things under control. There's a few of those shots that needs to be kept in control. 68 for 4 as Sparks Cricket Foundation is struggling hard to improve the run rate. And now this shot again finds the fielder as Abish Jabishi is surely shifting up the gears from here as she is trying to keep things under control. That intent matters a lot. If any of these batters are trying to show the sign of intent, that is going to help them a lot in scoring runs. A little bit nervous over there. As things were quite good under control. Dot ball to end the over. 69 for 4. Ishika Reddy, the new bowler. Right away, Jabishi started attacking, but those intents were going as a single. If she gets to play the same bowler again and again, by playing 2s and 4s, she could maximize the numbers in that over. 70 for 4 already. I'll still say this is going to be a tough challenge for them. There are more possibilities of 110 and 120, and there are high chances of this getting low. Good stop from the fielder. The fielding standard of Hosur have been quite impressive today. Right from the beginning, they've been stopping a lot of boundaries. That saves them almost 10-15 runs so far in this innings. That's high in the air and reaches the short third woman hand safely. Jabishi's intent to go for the sweep shot is not working out well here. Played a lot of runs with the sweep shot and losing her wicket with the same sweep shot. 26 of 38 runs, walking back to the pavilion. Abhish Jabishi.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality below. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries.
Anupriya, the new batter, in at number 7. Good running between the wickets, straight away getting off the mark with that single. That's the kind of intent required at this point of time. Now another set batter gone. This is going to be a setback for them for sure, but that's up to the hands of Odisha. She faced 18 balls in this particular venue, in this particular track. It's about how many balls you face that defines your clarity on understanding a bowler, that defines your clarity on understanding your innings. So the more balls you face, the better you could perform as a batter. These conditions, I'll say Odisha could cope up with this innings from here. The last 5 overs, she could tackle things under control. Strickers outside edge. Will be just a single to end the over. That's 15 overs completed, 73 for 5. Back into the attack, Vaidehi Yadav. It's turning delivery, flicks it away as the fielder chases down the ball. 2 is the call from the batter, and they're running back for the second run. It's quite good running between the wickets. It's 75 for 5, which is not the regular day at work for Sparks Cricket Foundation. Winning the league phase 6 out of 6 and winning the quarterfinals. They know how to win matches despite of whatever the collapse happens in an innings. They know how to come back stronger by managing that in the second innings. Even in yesterday's game, they deserved to score some 170s but ended up as 143 and comfortably defended the total. So it's all about the way how you understand the game, your formula to win games. This side is known for that. It's a champion side when it comes to bowling, but I'll still say anything below 110 is not going to be an easy game for them. As Azur is such a solid side, they've also lost only 1 game so far in this tournament. 5 out of 6 games they have won, and they've also won the quarterfinals. So these stages are not going to be cakewalk for Sparks Cricket Foundation for sure. Plus, nobody is there to stop that going for boundary. Oh, the bails were going off. Anupriya tried to go for a slot sweep but couldn't get the connection, but a flighted delivery. As it couldn't get connection, clean ball, it is 76 for 6.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here,
Krishika Reddy, the new bowler, back into the attack. Tejashwini, the new batter, in at number 8. The Sparks Cricket Foundation. Udisha, on the other hand, 24 balls, 12 runs. It's not at all a problem about the strike rate. If that one batter continues till the 20th over, finds some runs here and there, finally kept empty, mid-off and mid-on inside the circle. If she starts finding gaps, she could start scoring runs. This is proper placement as the fielder chases down the ball. 3 is the call, as she's intending to come for the third run. Fortunately, she's safe. Two runs on the board, as that brings Udisha on strike. Speaking about the gaps in these conditions, because we've already been in the death overs, could never focus about the wicket columns at this point of time where there are so many gaps left, as the batters must try focusing on those gaps. Good use of the wrist placement was perfect until it reaches the fielder. Which is quite good under control, as Hosur have did extraordinary job on the field today. Hosur strikers, almost all the fielders have did exceptional jobs in saving boundaries, stopping 2s into 1s, 3s into 2s. Looks thickish outside edge, finds a shot, third woman. Quite good under control, good understanding between Tejaswini and Udisha. It's a pretty solid call from Udisha that It was danger into her. Speaking about the big shots in T20 cricket, that's been pretty regular in modern day cricket. We've seen women cricketers started scoring big shots and huge numbers. The energy level is getting increased. Like Sudisha could try scoring some good runs over the bowler's head or the fine leg region where that attacking intent must be implemented at this point of time. This is a different phase altogether. We are not in middle overs. We've crossed power play, we've crossed middle overs. There have been a pretty mistakes have been done in this innings. Batting collapses have happened, but what needs to be done from now? In death overs, we should start to maximize numbers. But 17 overs completed, 82 for 6. Markashvi, the new bowler, coming back after bowling 2 overs, 1 for 3, maintained wonderful numbers as a skipper. There have been speculations why Markashvi was not given continuous spell. She was holded for the death overs. Now she is bowling this 18th over and will be bowling the 20th over too. Getting things under control as Sudisha is looking out to be clueless and where to attack and how to attack. She knows the technique, she knows the trick, but all she have to say is the gaps. That clarity must be there. There are plenty of gaps out there that Udisha must focus. Markashvi is not an easy bowler to tackle on. It's quite good under control. The placement looks out to be perfect as it reaches the boundary ropes. It's a much needed boundary at this point of time. Tossed up delivery that's been taken in good control as the mid-on was standing inside the circle. Angled it at the cow corner region. Continuing things under control, continues to bowl Markashvi. This time it's little flatter, straight away good comeback from the bowler. As she flighted the previous delivery that went for boundary. Little attacking and little defensive. That shuffle of quicker deliveries and flighted deliveries have been a secret of success for her. Extra flat, extra quick. But I'll still say the mid-off and mid-on inside the circle, which leaves more space for Udisha rather than trying for deep mid-wicket where there is a fielder in boundary position. Through the covers this time as the mid-off fielder chases down the ball, but no chance for her to stop that going for boundary. One more boundary to Udisha, this time even much better stroke making. This time it's been bowled way outside the off stump. A little bit of full length delivery as Udisha take it with full control and played it through the covers. As the scoreboard moves to 96, now some hopes are getting increased here for Sparks Cricket Foundation. Wonderful delivery, good comeback from Markashvi. So far 10 runs in this over, but she just conceded 3 runs in her first 2 overs. But death overs brings up a different pressure altogether. As Odisha scored 2 boundaries, one at the Kaukana region and the other at the covers region, extra covers in fact. Strong shouts and fingers were going up straight away. He didn't even thought for a moment. That's plumb it seems as Udisha's fighting knock coming to an end. 24 of 32. She tried her best, scored a couple of boundaries, but unfortunately walking back to the pavilion. Good bowling from Umaka. She straight away invaded the stumps. That's 92 for 7. Sparks Cricket Foundation. Vaidehi Yadav, the new bowler, to bowl her final over today, 1 for 13. Having two newbies in the crease, this is turning out to be a tough situation for Sparks Cricket Foundation. Tejashwini and Avantika yet to get off the mark, both the batters. Little bit flatter delivery now, as that will be a wide delivery. Again, going up with the same field positioning. This seems like the entire team is having a field combination that all the bowlers are following up. I could see the field positioning not changing much for a very long time. Good stop from the fielder. Now the biggest question is, could they be able to make it at least 115? Or maybe 110 would also be a fighting total. We've seen teams like Punjab Kings defending 111 against KKR. It's up to the day. They have to stay up with the same motivation. But now we could see runs were not coming onto the bat. This is not the kind of start that Sparks Cricket Foundation would have expected. 40 for no loss in the power play. And then look at the numbers. 54 for 7 post power play. It's high in the air. And fielder under the ball. That's taken. Another wicket falls over there. Avantika tried to maximize some numbers, but couldn't get the elevation as it reaches the covers fielder's hand safely. It's 94 for 8 now.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spined, a very nice duckbill with what and how.
Last ball of Vaidehi Yadav's spell. 2 for 15 in 3.5 overs. Such a wonderful numbers maintained by Vaidehi Yadav. He's been exceptional with the performance, either if it is the middle overs or death overs. Should come. Jayashree, the new batter, came in at number 10. That's 19 overs completed, 94 for 8. Last over. This is a summary of today's game so far. There have been a few batters have got a good start but couldn't capitalize it throughout the innings. They missed their key batter too. And a lot of things that didn't went into their control. That's why I mentioned early in the innings that one batter must try to play a very longer innings. Only set batters could make impact in these games, especially in these tracks. So you can't play contribution game. You can't play relay race here. Okay, I score 20, you score 20, I score 30. That kind of condition is not here. It's slow. It's not coming onto the bat. Amakashvi to bowl the last over. 2 overs, 13 runs. In her 3 overs. 3 overs, 13 runs, 2 wickets. Now she'll be completing the innings. The point fielder's hands will be just a single. Now that brings back strike to Jayashree. Young cricketer it seems, Jayashree. 95 for 8. Solidity coming into play. But that doesn't matter. What matters a lot is what you're going to do with the techniques you learned. That matters a lot. I think Jayashree should start finding some runs on the board. Even a single run from here is going to impact them in the second innings. One boundary away to get the triple digit mark here. As that reaches the bowler's hands. Couldn't get much control over that. Jayashree is trying to rotate the strike and give it back to Tejashwini, who is in good touch. Not in good touch, but could make some runs over there. Oh, trying to slice it through the point direction. Should have been a boundary if it gets connected. One to end the over. 96 for 8. One boundary, they could reach 100. Could Jayashree be able to make it? That's high in the air. Direct hit. As it hits the stumps and bails. Running back for the second run. 2 runs to end the over. It seems that will be 98 for 8. At the end of 20 overs, Sparks Cricket Foundation. So now the target for Hioc Strickers would be 99 to win the game in 20 overs to get promoted for the finals. Not the kind of performance that they would have expected from Sparks Cricket Foundation. But you gotta wait and watch what's gonna happen in the second innings. Could they be able to defend this target, or is it going to be Hioc's game? Stay tuned with us. Right into the second innings. Odisha with the ball. Onto the pad. Strong appeal. Couldn't get much control over that. .99 is the target here for Hosur Strikers to go for the finals. Been a wonderful journey for them so far in this tournament. The way how they travel throughout this tournament has been exceptional to watch out for. Winning 5 out of 6 games and leading up the tabletop. Surely something that needs to be kept in control. Coming from a different region of a state where the weather will be different, conditions will be different, and adapting to these conditions and bringing up to be the table topper, never an easy task for them. There are plenty of other batters too waiting for them. Uma Kashvi is an interesting batter. 276 runs. Big shot as it goes past the mid-on fielder. Will be a couple of runs on the board. It's wonderful running between the wickets. With an average of 44.5, Inchara, she's maintaining a strike rate of 163. Interesting batter to watch out for. Antra will surely be coming in control. Will be one among the prime bowlers to take things along with the rest of the bowling unit. Sparks Cricket Foundation were having good foundation over there. Good stroke making and good stop over there. Trying to keep things under control. Speaking about the field positioning, long on in position, deep mid wicket, slightly straightish in position. It's because of one reason that Inchara maintains strike rate of almost 150. This cricketer tries to find runs on the board. If such cricketers plays in the power play, it's always a headache for the bowlers. But so far, Udisha bowled exceptionally. But she have never left any space for the batter to score runs. Single to end the over, that's 4 for no loss. There have been two shades of a T20 game where low target and high chasing game, low target defense will be added a lot of spice to the game. This game has all the flavors of making it to be a low target defense game. In case if Sparks Cricket Foundation are going to fight back, it is going to be an interesting battle to watch out for, despite of who's going to make it at the end. This battle will surely be an interesting stuff to watch out for. Yeah, this being a semi-final, it's going to be an interesting contest to watch out for. They won 7 out of 7. They'll never let things easily to go out of their hands. Sparks Cricket Foundation should surely look forward to bring up the breakthrough in the power play. In semi-final 1, both the teams have handled the power play well with the bat, never lost a wicket. Even in the first innings, Sparks have never lost a wicket in power play. So we didn't saw any power play wicket in the semi-final of this tournament so far, as all the openers have took up the responsibility to play throughout the innings, and they tried their best too. Sukandri Sri, the new bowler. Just trying to push the hard lens. She's setting up her field positionings. Again, long on in position, deep mid wicket in position. As rest of the field is inside the 30-yard circle since it is batting power play. Big shot. Picks the gap. Though you have long on and deep wicket, I can find gaps to score boundaries. Inshara. Top class opener, busy cricketer. That's what I mentioned. She's maintaining such a wonderful strike rate. The placement was perfect from Inshara. I think Shukantishri is trying to attack the stumps. That's why she's having long on and deep mid wicket in position. Bit of defensive approach. This time goes over the bowler's head. And that eventually we have to wait for the on-field umpire's decision as he is getting the confirmation. And that's a maximum of the first maximum of this semi-finals. We saw quarter-finals, we saw semi-finals. This is the first maximum we are watching. Interesting cricketer to watch out for Inshara. And Shukantishri should alter her lengths. When you try to bowl fuller lengths and good lengths, Inshara is taking that for granted. But still the same field positioning, which leads the clue that Shukantishri cannot bowl a bouncer. But this one is shortly offered. That will be giving 2 runs for them. Now the wonderful running between the wickets, breaking the hopes of Sparks Cricket Foundation here. Another big shot and the placement was perfect as it goes past the boundary ropes. One more boundary as a bowler under pressure. 4-6-2-4. 16 runs so far in this over. With one more to go, Shukantishri should try something out of the box. Maybe bowling way outside the off stump as a back of run delivery. But the field positioning is not supporting her. She's having long on and deep mid wicket that forces her to bowl the same length again and again. Another one under control. Another boundary to end the over. 20 runs coming off the Dover. Expensive over it's been. And Inshara is on fire. 24 for Nola Hioc Strickers. Seems like taking off space from the ball as Inshara is using the pace of the ball. As the wicketkeeper stands closer to the stumps. been wonderful over to watch out for with the way how she is bringing up the bat flow. Exceptional cricketer to watch out for. From Hosud, that matters a lot. A different corner of the state. And they've been providing such good talents. Mahintra, the bowler, the key bowler of Sparks Cricket Foundation. She's the leading wicket taker for them. And whenever the team is in struggle, the expectation will surely go with Mahintra. Deep mid wicket in position here. First ball for Vaidehi Yadav after the storm of 24 runs in 2 overs. Goes over the mid-on field, a beautiful shot. Exceptional performance right from the footwork to the way how she landed herself. And without losing the base, she just gone past the mid-on fielder. These kind of stroke makings are appreciated. I think Hosur were having different kind of approach in this tournament. We've seen plenty of teams having different style of batters, but these batters are explosive. Straight away long on push down. Deep mid wicket in position. Steps out and goes over the bowler's head. As they having long on in position, will be just a single that brings back strike to Inshara now, who scored 20 runs in the previous over, will be getting the strike back. This time through the covers, couldn't clear the field. But I love the footwork from these batters, both Inshara and Vaidehi, stepping out and reaching the length of the ball. You know, while playing in conditions like Chennai, you can't just stand in the crease and trying to reach the ball. You have to move across, you have to step forward. That's how you can survive the spin attack. But this is quite interesting battle to watch out for with the way how Mahintra is counter-attacking. 29 for no loss. As you could see the scorecard over there, trying to maintain the run rate 9.67 as of now. With this pace, if they can travel, they could finish things off by 10 overs. And whereas with the Sparks Cricket Foundation's point of view, the first 30 overs came easily, so it is going to be a challenge for them from here. But yeah, they can try their best to stop them scoring the targets easily. Interesting batting that it increases the curiosity on how things are going to be. Seems like Ronin Radhika with the ball. Another interesting player with a lot of experience coming into play. And she's having long on in position. Deep mid wicket slightly getting closer to the long on fielder. You can say cow corner in fact. Steps out and finds the aerial route as the fielder under the ball. That's taken. That's the first breakthrough here. Ronin Radhika came in and brought in the breakthrough that we're looking for. By there he stepped out and tried to go over the mid-off fielder. But she couldn't get that elevation that she was looking for. That's a good catch taken at mid-off. 3 overs. That's 29 for 1.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game.
Continues out to bowl Ronin Radhika. Shika Reddy, the new batter. Minute number 3 for Hioc Strickers. That's a good break of partnership that may stop the momentum of Hioc Strickers for a moment. But Inchara is still there at the non-strikers, and that's the danger sign for them. For Sparks Cricket Foundation. Trying to squeeze it through the covers, couldn't get the control over there. Goes over the bowler's head. Wonderful shot. That's pretty closer to the batter, as she could easily reach the length of the ball. Proper stroke making. Doesn't try to find aerial route. Played it as flat as possible. Gets up the mark, Rishika Reddy. Couldn't get much control over there. She's trying to score runs on the board. Ronin Radhika inviting the batter for close strokes. So she's bowling much closer to the batters. With one more to complete this over. We'll be keeping the strike back for the next over. That's 35 for 1. Continues to bowl Mahintra. It's been very long time since Inchara got a strike. It's mandatory that the set bowlers should be given most priority. Set batter, in fact. Pushes to go for the single. That's quite good. Running between the wickets. One more onto the cards. Inchara and Krishika Reddy. Just going on with a similar kind of momentum. Now that brings strike back to Inchara. Will be an interesting battle to watch out for. Is it going to be the key bowler of Spark Cricket, or is it going to be a smashing Inchara with a strike rate of 150? Big shot. Good connection, but there is a fielder in position. Will be just a single. That's pretty close. I couldn't get much connections over there. Oh, dropped opportunity. Not an easy one, but if kept, should have been an added pressure on the batting side. Krishika Reddy tried to play it onto the back foot, but didn't got a proper elevation that she was looking for. Steps out and picks the gap. That is the fielder in position, in fact. This footwork is really interesting to watch out for. Single to end the over. That's 39 for 1. Now 60 more runs required in next 15 overs. With having last over of power play, Inchara's taking the strike back. That's gonna add a lot of spice to the game. Just one over went for 20 runs. The rest of the 4 overs went for just 19 runs. And a wicket too. Continues out to bowl Ronin Radhika with the ball. To open in. The required run rate shows 4.00. Current run rate 7.80. This is going to be an interesting battle to watch out for. Onto the back foot. Couldn't clear the field. Will be just a single. That brings back strike to Krishika Reddy. Last over of power play it is. Big shot. But couldn't get the elevation that she is looking for. Ronin Radhika is bringing up the right rhythm with the kind of pace that she is generating the spin. It's letting a little of running kind of run up. Look at that. From sideways she's quickly run up. And with the way how she releases the ball, that matters a lot. Risky one here from Inchara. Good stop from the fielder. Will be just a single. Spark Cricket Foundation were giving a tough fight against Hioc Strickers, not letting them to score runs that easily, but still it seems like an easy go for Hioc Strickers unless or until if you pick wickets. Couple of dot balls in this over. Ronin Radhika is bringing up the right balance, reading the minds of the batters, not letting them to enjoy their own brand of batting. As that's taken, one more onto the names of Ronin Radhika, brings up another wicket. This time it's even much better catch taken. Oh, seems it's painful for her, but that's a wonderful catch, a much needed breakthrough for them. As Krishika Reddy tried to go over that fielder, but it somehow reaches the hands of that fielder. 42 for 2. Just trying to keep up the momentum. Uma Kashvi, the new batter, in at number 4. She's one among the prime batters of Hioc Strickers. Maintains some good numbers for the side throughout the tournament. But she's such a wonderful bowler. Ronin Radhika came in. Oh, she's still rubbing hands. Hope it's okay. Gets off the mark straight away with that single Uma Kashvi. 43 for 2. That brings us to the end of power play.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to take the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, 6-ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice cut fill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some
Beautiful batting. Just got herself comfortable into the position and played it into the back foot. Uma Kashvi and continues to bowl Mahinda. I really love that balance before getting into the back lift and footwork. He's just finally adjusting once the ball is released, watching it perfectly and then reacting according to that. Look at that. After that release, one final adjustment and then deciding what needs to be done. This time through the covers. Good stop from the fielder. Will be just a single. The fielding standard of Sparks Cricket Foundation have been quite good today. Saving a couple of boundaries and grabbing the catches perfectly. Another good shot from Inchara as it found the fielder at the deep. Pins a boundary for a very long time from Inchara. Once the long on kept at the deep, she couldn't figure out spots to score runs on the board. Misfield offers extra runs over there. It'll just be a single that brings Inchara back on strike. With one more to complete this over. So far 3 runs being conceded in this over. Yes, for the big shot as the fielder tries to cover things out. Two to end the over. That's 48 for 2. In a controlled batting here from Inchara, 30 of just 20 balls. Almost halfway through this chase, 48 for 2 Hioc Strickers are in driver's seat. Only thing that Spark Cricket Foundation has to do is to focus on the wicket column. If anything that they could be able to change in this game would be picking up wickets in a regular interval of time. And she did that really well. Ronin Radhika, whenever she comes to bowl, she picked up that wicket that was in demand. All eyes on that one wicket. Inchara and Uma Kashvi, 2 key batters. Again long on and deep mid-wicket in position. Slightly closer to each other. Rest of the field is standing inside the 30-yard circle and sweep a cover in position. Third woman have been kept empty. Surprising to see Ronin Radhika bowling without third woman. No shot third woman, not even in the boundary ropes. If it gets thickish outside edge or if the batter try to glide it towards his third woman region, straight away they were adjusting that. Now fine leg have been taken away to the third woman region. Taking her own time in the middle of Umakashvi. Couldn't get much connections over there. Couple of dot balls in this over. Ronin Radhika once again trying to push the batters under pressure. If these couple of dot balls will make them think to go for a different shot or something out of the box, and that's where Ronin Radhika picks up wickets. This gets thickish outside edge as the fielder tries to chase down the ball. Will be a couple of runs on the board. Somehow they are fetching some runs here and there. That's 50 up here for Hioc Strickers. 50 for 2 in 7.4 overs. Been a good start in the power play. Lost 2 wickets in the power play to Ronin Radhika. Now trying to consolidate things under control. Another one splashing through the short third woman region. One more time, they're coming back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. Five runs coming off this over with one more to complete. 7.5 overs, 53 for 2. As the Strikers are trying to dominate, but also holding up a bit with patience, as she, being the wicket-taking bowler, could break the partnership at any point. 6 runs coming off this over, 54 for 2. Look at the scoreboard. 30 runs by Inshara is the top score today. It may get increased over a point of time, but as of now she's spending a lot of time in the non-strikers, and I felt that flow have been broken for Inshara. She scored 20 runs in an over, and then slowly the number of strikes given to Inshara have been gone down. Even when she gets the strike, she starts rotating the strike. Maybe if maximum strikes given to such batters, the impacts will be huge. As a skipper, trying to go with this risky decision, giving the final over to Mahintra. We may not be sure how long this game is going to be. So using their prime bowlers to bring up maximum damage in the innings. Trying to contain things under control. Last over for Mahintra. Onto the back foot, punches hard through the covers as the fielder chases down the ball. First boundary in this over. Umakashvi is just excellent with that back foot punch through the covers. Slightly warm welcome to the final over for Mahindra. This is what she's been waiting for a very long time, Uma Kashvi. Mid-off and mid-on kept inside the circle, and there is a fielder at deep. Different field positionings over there as they were trying to contain things under control. That brings back strike to Inchara, who's 30 of 20 balls. Finally kept empty. Shot third woman standing wider. No fielder standing on the offside at deep. There is a long on standing straight on deep mid wicket. Exceptional bowling here from Mahindra, trying to give some tough times to Inchara. And that's why I mentioned early in the innings, when a batter goes in a good flow, the other batter should rotate the strike and give it back to that particular batter. But Inchara was not given that much frequent strikes. Even when she tried to attack, she played it at the long on, which eventually went on to be a single. Steps out and plays it at the mid-off region. Was the fielder chasing down? No chance for the fielder to stop that. Beautiful stroke making. Stepping out and reaching the length of the ball matters a lot, and she never lost the shape until she finishes the shot. Beautiful stroke making. Boundary after a very long time for Inchara. Slight change in the field positioning as they're having long on and deep mid wicket in position, as the long on fielder slightly standing wider, covering the cow corner region. And the straight have been kept empty. This time into the back foot. Good stop from the fielder. Will be just a single. Runs came in this over. Mahindra to complete her spell. 24 for 0. And that's the number. 4 overs, 24 for 0 for Mahindra in today's semi-final. 64 for 2 versus Strikers after 9 overs. That's the batting card so far. They've lost 2 wickets by Dehi Yadav and Krishika Reddy, both to Ronin Radhika at mid-off. But yeah, they've used their prime bowlers to control this chase. But just 35 more runs required with 8 wickets in hand. Uma Kashvi and Inchara were looking in good touch today. That brings a new bowler, Tejaswini. Best bowling 4 for 33. Picked up 3 wickets 4 times according to this numbers. All they need is a fighting back performance despite of who's winning this game. Tejaswini with her first ball. Starts off with a dot ball. As that moves out to be 65 for 2. Plays it through the covers as it beats the fielder. And nobody could stop that, reaching out the boundary ropes. Inchara this time goes classy through the covers. We've seen her slogging a lot on the one side, but this one went on to be classical stroke making. 69 for 2. And Inchara moves to 39 of just 24 balls. That's high in the air. And nobody could stop that going for boundary. One bounce boundary it is at the cow corner region. The beauty of these shots is the placement. We're just few yards away. There are two fielders standing from both the sides of the landing area. They couldn't converge together to reach the catching area. Exceptional performance from Inchara, targeting Tejashwini, the new bowler. Now that needs 26 more runs to win this game. Tossed up delivery. Got good control over there at the mid-off region. Moves to 44 now. Inchara 44 of just 27. Bringing up top class performance in big stages like the semi-final. So for 10 runs coming off this over with just 25 more required to win the game. Halfway through the second innings, the first 10 overs have been dominated by Hioc Strickers, despite of Ronin Radhika coming in and trying to pick a couple of wickets. Conscious measures here from Uma Kashvi, especially playing against such spinners. 10 overs completed, 75 for 2, setting up the solid foundation to win this game. And that is the hydration break now.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, fingerless is something that you'll always need. And do visit Grand Sports to get the best of fingerless bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding PNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless, ton bats, back in action, just with grand sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duckbill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow. Standing here, I feel like batting up and just smacking down some amazing boundaries. To level up your game, singlers is something that you'll always need, and do visit Grand Sports to get the best of singlers bats. Cheers guys. Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our Grand Sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the single S, ton bats, back in action, just with Grand Sports. Let's quickly check these specifications of these bats. Supremely high spine, a very nice duck bill with what and how the current players and the style is about the game. And let me tell you guys, a very clean face on these bats. Amazing profile with some quality willow. So let's just check how's the ping on these. Wow.
Continues to bowl Tejashwini. Straight after the hydration break. Some inputs were given by both the team coaches. 75 for 2 it is now. Hioc Strickers with 6 more required for Inchara to reach the half century. A team from Hioc came in straight away, winning 5 out of 6 games in Table A and being a table topper to enter into the quarterfinals. And winning the quarterfinals and entering into the semis now. Look at the kind of dominance that they've shown here. Takes the gap and the placement was right as it goes to boundary. Inchara gets another one. That's 48 of 28 balls now. Just 2 more. In fact, it's Umakashvi. Anupriya, the new bowler, into the attack. Umakashvi, the batter, scored the boundary. Just 20 more runs required. Squeezing it for the single. That brings strike back to Inchara. Wonderful understanding between these two batters. Punishing it hard against the new bowler. Onto the back foot to get some single over there. Ronin Radhika, the player on the picture, who did a spectacular job with the ball, but it wasn't enough for the kind of total that they posted in the first innings. Usually a team with the capability of 150s and 160s, way more than that too. But Hosur was even much solid side. Oh, another easy pickings for the batter as it travels and reaches the boundary ropes. This time it's Inchara got the boundary. 10 runs so far conceded in this over, and Inchara moves to 48. will be offered wide. Little bit of pressure on the bowler. Straight away, the first over your bowling starts with the boundary. Not going to be something that's impactful. Wonderful use of the feet. Even after scoring 48 runs, she's still maintaining the kind of discipline, head position and footwork. That's a big difference between showing intent and playing careless cricket. Watch the ball and go for big shot doesn't mean you're having intent. Intent does mean that you select the right ball and straight away attack without hesitant. And when you watch a good delivery, you have to respect that in control. That's what she's trying to do. And Uma Kashvi is such a classy cricketer, especially with the way how she is using her footwork against spinners. And these cricketers were made for spin attacks. 11 overs completed, 87 for 2. Just 12 more required to win the game. Inshara need a single for that well-deserved half century. This seems like change of bowler. Change of pace too, it seems. A fast bowler into the attack. Kavi Bharati. She wanted that single and she gets a single, gets the boundary. That's the 50th year for Inshara. Look at that celebration, comes in style. Solid performance, brings up the half century in 31 deliveries, 8 boundaries and 1 sixer with a strike rate of 170. Sets the standard for the kind of cricket that she plays, which suits the brand of cricket now, the current T20 cricket evolution. Exceptional performance. Match saves 3 runs for her side. The last couple of moments before the game gets completed. 6 more required. 1 shot away here. Could Inshara be able to pull this away in this ball? Long on and Kaukano in position. Rest of the fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Tossed up delivery that's been glided away to the final region. Will be getting a boundary. Now just 2 more required to win the game. Another boundary to Inshara. Moves to 58. Just 33 balls. Chance for the second run. Couldn't go for the second run. Now the finishing responsibility will be given to Uma Kashvi. As the scores were level. Wonderful partnership between these two batters that ensured the victory pretty easily, as Hosur have ensured their spot in the finals. Dot ball to end the over, 98 for 2 after 12.
Hey guys, a much awaited time of the year, I'd say. We've been waiting for this for the last few years, to be honest, because when we started our grand sports establishment, we started off with SS, and this has given us the mileage that we always wanted. So has it done the justice to so many players, budding TNPL and also IPL players. I'd not like to pick the names of them, but yeah, some quality cricket with some quality players. Here it is, the fingerless.
98 for 2, the scores will level. In such a wonderful tournament, Iron Lady Trophy season number 8, the journey of Spark Cricket Foundation have been exceptional. Unbeaten side so far in the tournament. They've never been beaten in the league phase, won in the quarterfinals, and this semi-final didn't went into their favour, but still they are a champion side. They played like a champions. They continued like a champions. That's the moment, the single to complete things off. Inshara moves to 60, and that's a winning moment here for Hioc Strickers, are winning this battle by a difference of 7 wickets. They're having almost 47 balls in hands. Wonderful performance. Hioc Strickers coming away from a different corner of the state in hot and humid conditions at Chennai. They've consolidated their performance, stood still, won 5 out of 6, won the quarterfinals, are now winning the semi-finals and proudly entering into the finals now. Hioc Strickers. Obviously, Inshara will be getting the Player of the Match award. Happy faces everywhere. On the other hand, Sparks Cricket Foundation played like a champions for sure. They could chin up with their performance, the kind of performance that they've shown throughout the tournament. That will surely be appreciated. So that's the news from the centre here. Coaching Beyond and Hioc Strickers will be facing off each other in the final for Iron Lady Trophy season number 8. Thank you so much for joining.